Hi, this is Graphically Alex coming at you with all things fat related. If that's something that interests you, please subscribe. I'd love to have you. So today we're going to do another Reddit video because I am like on the verge of a crash out, but I'm holding it together. But I want to complain. And I want to talk about this. I want to talk about locking in. I want to also get some advice. Like, this is a moment because this is really hard. So as I told you guys last week that Eric and Lisa were going to Nashville, and it's kind of a little bit of a distance for me, but it is a driving distance, and it just wasn't going to work for a lot of different reasons. There's some like emotional reasons, there's financial reasons, there's practical reasons, there's all these different reasons why it just did not work out. And I don't want to get into all of them, but there's no like beef or anything or drama, or there's nothing like that. It isn't like that. There was just a lot of problems of why I couldn't go. But to be honest, one of them was my reverse dieting. Going on a trip right now, it would put it at risk. It would be very difficult. And so that was definitely another aspect that made me unable to go, because I have to prioritize my progress and I have to lock in and I have to do these things. And it's very difficult. I told you guys, like, this vanity weight era, it has been a sacrifice. Like, I have felt like I'm not living during this time. Like, I never go out. I always stay in. Like, I'm extremely locked in. I just see family and I go to the gym. And that's basically, and then I work. And that's basically it. So it's fine. Like, it's been good to see family and stuff. I'm not complaining about that. Like I said, I've still been doing spiritual work and things like that too. But it's just very, very focused. And I keep saying, like, this reverse dieting process, I just kind of jumped into it and was like, I'll just do it. I'll just force it. I'll just make it happen. It's tough. I'm probably going to be talking about it in health updates each Thursday when I go up, because it is different each week for sure. But I am really having a problem where I'm like, I don't want to do it anymore. I really, really don't. Like, it's tough. It's this time of year. Halloween has passed. I just want to go for it. Like, I'm really having a lot of these struggles. And I want to talk about it because I'm sure a lot of you guys are too. And I know some of my anti-FAs have been very strong and in their messaging and stuff. But I want to talk about feeling weak and not feeling good about it. And, all I can tell you is I'm going to do it. The reason I'm going to do it is it's more to do with pride than with vanity, which is kind of similar. But like I said, I have a really hard time being vain because I'm not vain. So it's like, I'm at the gym today and I did not want to go. You guys know I don't really like my Tuesday gym day. I don't like it. I didn't want to go. And it's like I'm going and my form is suffering. Like, I'm struggling. This is like a struggle bus moment. Like, I'm struggling with this process because it's a lot. Like, I've tried to be clear with you guys. Like, I do a lot. So if you see progress, if you see that things are happening, it's because I do a lot. That's why. This isn't like a cute little thing. And I want to talk about some of the numbers too. Like, for me personally, being under 2,300 in a day is really hard. I'm very active. I go to the gym 3 days per week, and 2 of those days I do full body. I do eat more when I go to the gym, but still, I feel that burn the second day, and I still have to not eat as much on the days that I'm not going, and I still work, and I'm active, and all these things. So for me, like, when I got under 2,300, I was starting to struggle. with it. And that happened like in June or something. So it's been a long time. And I'm I'm literally like, oh, I don't want to cry because I really don't. I really, really don't. But it's like I was watching these videos on Instagram and it was like of marshmallows and stuff. And it's like I got into this like marshmallow kick on there. And I was like, oh my God, I just want marshmallows so bad right now. And it was like, whoa. And there were like 50 bajillion marshmallow videos. And some of them, like, they were kind of weird. Like this one video, it was like combining Cheez Its and marshmallows with chocolate sauce. Like it was kind of weird. And I was like, okay, that's kind of a lot. And that one finally got me off, like, or not got me off, oh my gosh. That one got me off of Instagram because it grossed me out, actually. I was like, ew. So I finally got off of Instagram. But it's like, I'm struggling. This is hard. I did get these. I want to tell you guys some of what I'm trying to do to like survive. So, one of my hacks for, because I know that there are some of you guys are like me. This is not going to work for people who are like not emotional, but it's just a thing. And so something that has helped me a lot has been like the individual candies that are Halloween, and like these ones are on sale and I really like them because they're good. You can see the Publix, hashtag Publix. I really like them because first of all, I love dots. I'm a dots girly pop. I love them. And I like it because they're easy to count and they are kind of helping me through this like still pretty diet culture-y phase. Like I'm so sick of having to have like 6 eggs for dinner. Like I'm so sick of the cottage cheese and like that kind of stuff. I don't really have the cottage cheese that much, but I've still had to rely on it sometimes. And I'm like, ugh, no shade on cottage cheese lovers. I know, like, shout out to Lexi. I know you're obsessed with cottage cheese. I don't have a cottage cheese fetish. I just don't. Like, I will eat it. It hits. It will keep you full. That non-fat cottage cheese is one of the best diet culture foods ever. It keeps you full. It's low calorie. It has a lot of protein. I get it. I get it. I really, really do. But it's November. It's cold. It's dark. It's the holidays. I'm just like, oh my God. And I'm so frustrated. Um, so anyway, so this kind of helps because I didn't really do Halloween food wise this year. So for me, this is like a way to gaslight myself. So it's like instead of just having like a big day of a lot of candy, it's like you have that little drip of it like throughout the week. I finished my candy corn one and that really worked because I can budget it in each day. It works for me. It may not work for everybody, but it is a suggestion and it has helped. And I'm just like, I have 2 more weeks till I'm above 2,300. And oh my God, I'm like, I don't know how I'm going to do this. So for those of you guys that are like able to do it with a smile and you're really like on period, I have so much more respect for like people that are athletic or that work at this stuff. Like, I really do. I have a lot of respect, much more than I ever did in the past. And it's not that I didn't respect it, it's just I was thinking about other concerns and I was on a different phase of the journey, which they're all kind of challenging in different ways. But that small fat phase and that mid-sized phase, they are so much easier than all the other ones. And this one is really difficult. And this reverse dieting is really difficult. Like, I understand why people don't do it because it's hard, but it works really, really well. It's, I'm getting great results. And so it's like, ugh, but they do not come easy and you can't cheat it. You just can't. So, yeah. I just have to say this stuff. I feel like I never said it. But I really do respect people that are in shape more after this experience. And I get that this has been an extremely deep deficit over a long period of time and slowly climbing out and all these things. I understand all that. So maybe it's not the same for everybody, but this aspect of like truly locking in, people that do that, I do have respect because it is a lot of work. It's difficult. And it's so difficult that it changes you in a way. It's kind of like it toughens you up, or it changes you as a person in a good way. And I'm not talking about doing this in like a toxic ritualistic way. I just mean it in general. Like, I feel like I'm going to be a better person for having done this. So I think it's a good thing to do, but it is really hard. And I am a complainer. And I do, I'm midnight rain. I am a negative girly pop a lot of the time. And I try to be positive, but I don't know. I try. I think for me, it's like with the knowledge of the bad, we still push through. That's basically my view of it. So I'm positive enough to keep going. But I just have this incessance, and that's really what is holding me together. Maybe it is my inner Scorpio. I have too much pride. I'm like, I'm not gonna let this beat me. I'm doing this. And it's like, I'm gonna fucking do it. I'm gonna fucking do it. Like, I'm very stubborn about it. There's this incessance that's there, which I just watched a horror movie with my grandma today. I watched Black Phone 2. I think that's what it's called. And the lead female character, I so related to her because she has that same like incessance. It's like that scorpionic vibe, which, love my Scorpio rising. Anyways, so I just wanted to talk about all that. I just had to like throw that out there right to start with because that's why I'm doing this. And yeah, we can all bitch together. So let's read this. How do I lock in and stay consistent with losing weight? Hey folks, 25 male, 5'8", 210 here. 210 pounds here. I've struggled to lose weight for years. It's funny, even though it's been on my mind every day since I was a teenager, I seem to struggle actually sticking to it for more than a few weeks, even 1 or 2. I've read and digested all kinds of help, advice, strategies, etc., but I can't seem to actually commit or take it seriously enough. It's like I get bored after a few days. I want it. I know I do. What the hell is wrong with me? My answer is when you're in a vanity weight zone, which I don't know if this person is totally there. They might be like slightly mid at that height. I'm not sure exactly how 210 to 5'8 translates, but it's not very high. It's not like extremely high. It might be mid though. When the majority of your journey is going to be in a vanity zone, you have to really think about 2 things. Is it going to be vanity or is it going to be pride that get you through? And honestly, they are similar, but they're different. Because vanity is about focusing on how you look. And for some people, that will work. That will work. Just, I want to look better. That's enough of a motivation. You can do it from an egoic standpoint. This is more of like a divine masculine thing. I'm just going to talk. This is what I've been thinking about. So that's more, which again, don't trip out about it. Don't use Western standards of feminine and masculine. That's not what I'm talking about. It's a spiritual discussion. So it's kind of like you use your ego. It's more of like a solar plexus thing. It's like your ego. It's you want to look good. That can work. However, I'm more of a divine feminine type. As you guys can tell, I'm very, very feminine. And I found that there are feminine spiritual ways to deal with it. And basically what you're going to do is you're going to use pride rather than vanity. So what is the pride? The pride is, I will not let this process beat me. I will do it. I will have the discipline because I'm too proud to say that I had to quit. I'm too proud to say that I couldn't finish the goal that I set out to do. Remember, I'm not talking about toxic ritualistic stuff. We're talking about specific caloric goals. We're talking vanity, okay? Specific caloric goals, gym runs, gym stuff, workouts, etc. Very specific. Usually when you get to this point, it's pretty rigid and it's a lot. There's a lot of stuff you're doing. So for those of you guys who want to do this, be aware of that. Okay? There's a lot of stuff you have to do. And that's also why I'm doing reverse dieting, because it's a part of a vanity era, meaning it is the best way to retain vanity. It is the best way to retain your progress. And when you're at this level of weight, these margins are too big to risk just going into maintenance. It's not good to do it. It's not good physiologically, psychologically, etc., in my opinion, from a vanity weight perspective. And remember, a lot of you guys don't even care about this, which I totally get. So if you just want the information, that's what I'm here to tell you. So the feminine way, the spiritually feminine ways of doing it, it's that pride aspect, but it's also you use your third eye. It's right here. You use your third eye, so you kind of have to do visualization. And you think about it in terms of the future. This is the future. The future, I can see the end. I can see where I'm headed, and I can see where this is going, where this end is. So if you have an end point, and you are a very feminine person, or spiritually feminine, meaning you spend more time in the higher vibrations, you can use your third eye chakra to do this. This is what I'm doing. So I have to look to the future to get through this. So I say, I'm going to be done with this. It basically finishes December 18th. So I think about the future. December 18th, that is when I go up to 100 calories for basically the last time. And then on Christmas Day, I go up like another 20, which is like nothing. So that's the last adjustment, is realistically the 18th of December. So I can focus on that goal of a date. That is very, very helpful if you are more in that feminine zone and you're not caring as much about how you look and stuff. That really helps. And remember, I'm here to represent that side of this because I want you to accomplish your goals. We all have our goals for looking better. Again, I don't personally care about it, but I care about it in terms of my work, and I care about it in terms of other people, and I care about it in terms of a romantic pursuit. I'm just going to be honest. So it's like, it's for society in the sense that it will help me work with people better. It's for my job in the sense that it helps me get my rhetoric to be taken more seriously. And it's in terms of, I want to look good for somebody specific. So again, we do this healthfully though, always healthfully. But you have to think about it in terms of goals. And if you are more so that type of person, that third eye can still get you there. It can. And that's what I've realized on this journey. You have a path. You have a path. You can do it. The other way, if you're less egoic, is you can kind of... You have to be really careful with this, though, if you have a toxic ritualistic past. But you can think of it in terms of a collective sometimes. Be very careful. But you can think of it in terms of other people are struggling too right now. I'm with them. They're with me. Together we can do this. So I think about you guys that are also doing it. Again, that's not toxic ritualistic. You don't compare how you look to other people, but you do compare the effort in the sense that we're all doing this sort of athletic pursuit together. Think of it that way. That can be helpful too. So, because I think about you guys that are doing it too, and it does help me, and it inspires me to keep going because it's very hard, especially at this time. So you guys that are doing this, you guys are like so fucking real. And I guess I am too, you know? So yeah, so that's some pathways. Your more typical pathways that you'll see a lot of, especially male fitness influencers say, is they'll say like your goals. This is your goals, bro. Looks, your people will treat you better, like all that kind of stuff. Again, be careful with the people will treat you better line, because that can get kind of MSP-ish, and you need to be careful with that, because that can be a little TR, a little toxically ritualistic. But just think of it as like, that's where you think of your goals, the athleticism, like your ego. It's like, I can do this. I can prove this to myself. I can look better. I'll be more attractive. Like that can be very motivating for so many people. And there's literally nothing wrong with it. There's literally nothing wrong with it. Like I said, overall, we do this to be more attractive in a vanity weight era. So I am too, but my goals for that attractiveness, they're a little different, which I broke down. So it will help the rhetoric. It will help me get along better in society. And it will help with this very specific romantic pursuit. So I'm really breaking this down. So know your reasons. I think that would help this person a lot, is knowing his reasons. Why? Because if you don't have them, the reason isn't really your health. I mean, by definition, a vanity weight era is not health related. So, yeah. So be thinking about that. But do not make it toxic ritualistic. Just do not. So I understand. This is like high level shit. This is very high level recovery. It's very high level. So know where you're at, That's all I gotta say. Gosh, I'm struggling to get the words out. It's tough. It's tough. I'm trying to a lot of times when I do these Reddit videos, I'm trying to just get my ideas out there, and I want you guys to hear them, and we're just discussing this, okay? You pretty much have to accept that it's a lifelong commitment and you won't see progress overnight. I have done the start-stop more times than I can count. So I think this needs to be more specific. So certain aspects of a vanity weight era, they're not lifelong. So, and this is not motivating to me. Again, one of my biggest motivating factors is that third eye end date. I see it in sight. That helps. So again, I do think that timelines are really, really important, specifically for vanity weight. If you're bigger than that, honey, whatever. We're not talking about that. We're talking very specific. Harsh truth, you really don't want to do it, or you would do it. That's true. I say this with love and compassion and not out of meanness. Everyone wants the results, but nobody wants to put in the effort, period. That's very true. Very, very, very true. I completely agree with this. I completely agree. That is a great statement. That really did motivate me. I made excuse after excuse, and then one day it just hit me that losing weight and getting healthy was something I truly wanted, and started making a priority. Period. It's true of health. It's true of vanity. It's true. It's true all around. You can't make excuses about it. Exactly. At some point, the food just doesn't become worth it anymore. I think for me, like I said, it's a pride thing. It's that laziness aspect. I don't want to be lazy. I don't like being lazy. I don't value laziness. I just don't. Personally, I don't. And so, again, it's a pride thing. That's what's getting me through, because I may not be a vain person, but I do have a lot of pride. So you got to look at how you are and work with what you have. And this is like real shit. This is like deep internal stuff. You have to dig deep. What is going to get you to the goal? What qualities do you have? For my soul sister, my bestie, Eric, it was his grit. He's a very gritty person, where he's just kind of tough, or like tough in the sense that he'll just do it without complaining. And that's what got him through. So being able to just do it, that was his quality. For me, it's the pride. For someone else, it could be just pure vanity. or for somebody, or for you, it'll be something different. You have to figure it out, what it is for you that is making you want to pursue beauty or pursue looking better. What is it that's going to get you there? That's the question. And for me, I've realized it's my inner pride. It's the pride of like, I'm not going to half-ass this. I don't want to be lazy. I just don't. I don't want to give up on this. I made this commitment. I want to finish it strong. And that helps. That keeps me motivated. Okay. People don't like to talk about food being an addiction, and it definitely is. No, see, this is not motivating either. It's hard to get over. Okay, it's not motivating at all. This is, again, this stuff is like a minefield. That is not motivating. Okay. Because I think, too, you have to be wary, too. Like, when I'm sitting here looking at marshmallow videos, it's not an addiction aspect. It's more so like you reach a point within diet culture where you're so understimulated by what you're eating. And let's just be real. You're so completely understimulated by what you're eating that it's like you almost just want to feel some kind of sensation. It gets that deep. And a lot of you guys that are bigger, you may not understand that because you might not be there yet. But honestly, it's like that. And so when somebody says, oh, it's an addiction, it might trick somebody into believing it is one when they're in this state. Which for me, I can just very easily dismiss it because I'm like, no, it's more so a case of total understimulation, being so bare bones with the diet that it's just not even funny. It's just not even funny. It's so bare bones, especially for the amount of activity that I do. It's just, it's crazy, you know? So no. Okay. Yeah, I think a lot of people are taking this from like a bigger perspective too, which is not exactly what I'm looking for. I'm looking for something specific. But I think it is so taboo to talk about doing it for vanity, which is also frustrating. Okay, for me, it was my mindset changing that allowed me to lock in. I went into almost every attempt to lose weight with an expectation that I'd fail yet again, and I did, self-fulfilling prophecy. And then one day I woke up and was fed up with that and said, fuck it. I can do it, and I will, God damn it. Never made it past 3 weeks, usually in any given attempt, and now I'm at 6, 14 pounds down. Also, a personal trainer helped me form good habits for the first few weeks. I am definitely considering something for my recomp era because I may need some help with training because I'm going to have to totally redo my gym. I'm going to be thinking about that in January, the maintenance phase. So I need to think about that in January, like what I'm going to actually do, like gym-wise, because I'm going to completely change my whole routine because it's going to be, rather than just at a fat loss thing, which is what it is now, it's going to go to a muscle building thing, which is totally different because when it's fat loss purely, you're more focused on the cardio of the weightlifting. I'm more focused on just the movement period and kind of lifting as heavily as I can and even faster at times. Shut the fuck up, computer. You're getting in my way. So, oh, you guys are seeing my diet culture vampirism. So that's an aspect of it is, you're trying to move a lot to kind of burn the fat off. And you're trying to just like, what I do is I just lift very heavy or like I do machines very heavy and I do it faster to try to burn more calories. Like you're trying to get a little bit of a hit effect, which again, I wouldn't suggest if you're super morbidly obese. But if you're just class 1 and mid-size, you could definitely do weights for more of a cardio benefit. Obviously, do not injure yourself. Be careful. but I do it more for cardio aspect and to create that afterburn, which it has worked very well. And then also to retain muscle that I have built, particularly in the mid era. But I'm losing muscle right now. I can tell. And my form is crap because I'm fucking tired of shit. So when I go into February, not necessarily February 1st, but at some point in February, I'm going to be very, very focused on form because it will be specifically to build muscle, and I will probably go slower, be very form consistent. I'll probably do mostly free weights, and I'm probably going to start doing splits, like your push, pull, leg, or whatever the hell. I need to figure out what I'm going to do, but I'm going to start doing those splits and go probably 4 days a week. And just, it'll be less time in the gym because it'll be more focused on the actual movement and the muscle itself and actually building rather than just burning calories or burning fat specifically. Trying to burn the fat in the muscle. That's basically what I've been doing, and it has worked. Obvi. Look at me now. So anyways, I'm going to be completely changing my fitness goals later in towards February, and that'll be a huge undertaking because I'll be in maintenance, so it's just totally different. Anyways, okay. Okay, but I will say definitely you have to have some sense of self-trust within a vanity weight era. You need to trust yourself that you will do what you set out to do, because the commitment aspect can definitely help. It can definitely be motivating. Having a companion while exercising is a big help. I think that's hard. I think that's good for maybe extroverts, but even them, they often don't like it. It keeps you more motivated to go to the gym. You might want to ask some of your friends or workmates. I will say finding a good community online, that has helped. So, seeing Honey Bison and Whitney lecture me about Halloween candy. Don't just throw away your goals. Don't just throw this stuff away because it's Halloween. I even saw Angelica do a post. I'm like, but I watched. I looked. I read them. It helps. So you want to make sure that you have non-toxically ritualistic people. You want to make sure that you have people that are going to say the tough things a little bit. You want somebody that will have a little bit of that edge when you're in this zone. Because, it is still motivating. It's like, I didn't do all this. It's very hard in a vanity weight era. So it's like, I didn't do all that work to just throw it away because it's Halloween. Again, I got pride. And when I put that much effort into something, I get pride. I have pride over it. So it's like, no. It's totally different. And some of you guys may not understand. You may not be at that vanity weight level. You might be like, what's the big deal? It'll be a big deal one day. You'll understand. One day, if you do go into this era and you want to pursue this, you will completely understand. Because I was like that too. And I was like, gosh, why are these fitness people so extra? Now I get it. Okay. You just have to have the mindset of this is what I want and I'm not going to let anything get in my way of that. Okay. That's true. That helps me. Just like with anything else in life, it's hard. It's not meant to be easy. Results aren't immediate. Backsliding does happen. Falling off does happen. You just can't let small discouragements kill your progress. I agree with that as far as like the big picture, but within this, it's a hell no for me. So I'm going to just stick to this. So I'm holding on for life. Okay. Okay. That's the $1 million question, isn't it? Full disclosure, I'm a lifelong yo-yo dieter. So I've been through psycho motivation, no motivation many times. I've thought about this a lot. It seems to me that spark of motivation disappears out of thin air when it's ready. No matter what I've tried to do to make it appear sooner, it doesn't seem to stick until the magic switch happens. Okay, I don't like this comment. See, this is some pretty trash advice. Some of these are kind of not good. Okay. I decided I want to be skinny way more than I want to overeat. I stopped lying to myself about how much and what I was eating. I changed my diet, cutting out 95% of pasta, rice, breads, chips, and potatoes. I eat meat-based protein and raw vegetables. I also asked myself before I eat, do I really need this calorie adder? I stopped eating my raw veggies with ranch dip. The dip was just a calorie adder and masked the flavor of the veggies I was eating. Okay, this is decent advice for the diet culture dieting aspect. For sure. I certainly wasn't having ranch on anything. I ate those eggs like my life depended on it. I still do. I'm still eating them. Okay. A big caveat to all this is I cut way back on how much I'm eating, so not only am I not eating pizza, I'm not eating a lot of meat and veggies either. You can't lose weight if you're still consuming more calories than you burn. That's true. I think it's good to track. I think in a vanity weight era, it's really, really good to track because it can keep you accountable and it keeps you on point with like what is happening. So I would really suggest tracking if you're aspiring for a vanity era. Okay, that's just a suggestion I have. I would really, really suggest it because the margins are so thin that if you mess up, you're going to mess it up. Ultimately, the locking in is nothing more than a mindset you have to commit to, and it takes a lot of time to lose the kind of weight most of us want to lose. And I've committed the rest of my life to be the weight I want to be. But I predict it's going to take a year to get to my goal weight from where I started. I've been where you're at. It takes commitment. That's true. Those are true from like a bigger picture aspect. Okay. Yeah, I agree with this. I'm just kind of skimming through. Don't do everything all at once. I'm at like the last level now. We're at like the very end, so I'm skip over some of the introductory stuff. Weighing myself helped me. I'm not weighing myself currently during the reverse dieting process, but I definitely would suggest weighing. I just adjusted the calories as I went down. Okay. Bro, you're already 10 pounds lower than my goal weight. Oh my gosh, that's funny. Well, to me, it's just vanity. It's like a vanity weight-ish or like maybe mid, barely. Let's see. There's nothing wrong with you. You probably don't have the vision for whether or why making changes is important to you. I think that's important. You also need realistic focus, yes, and the ability to create and adjust a sustainable practice, yeah. So I was telling one of my friends, I was like, my goal, I think, is a realistic goal. It was to, within this not anti-dieting, oh my God, I still want to call it that. It was within this reverse dieting process to lose around 10 pounds in 9 weeks, which I think is totally possible. But it's like, and then be done at the end. So it starts out faster and then it keeps getting slower. So I have like a realistic focus and, oh my God, it's just hard. It's tough. I don't know. I'm really having to dig deep. I really am. Okay, I think people took this too broad, so it's not helping. I think it comes down to really wanting it or not. My weight loss has always been fueled by my motivation. If I was doing it because I wasn't happy with the way I look or what the scale says, it wasn't enough. Okay, that's fair. I lost a bunch of weight when my kids were first born because I wanted to be healthy for them, gained it all back, and more some years later. I lost my why because my kids seem to love me no matter what. Oh, that's not good. You got to keep it realistic. Yeah, people are taking it to, they're kind of conflating, I think, what this person's talking about. That, like, again, mostly vanity weight era that he's probably going into, maybe some mid size at 210. I mean, I think he's probably mid, but most of what he wants, like, he probably wants abs, you know, at that level if he's talking about it. Let's see. You have the wrong mindset. Locking in implies you're going to use willpower to lose weight, and then what? Use willpower forever? Go back to the old way of eating? You have to find a healthy diet that you enjoy and look forward to eating for the rest of your life. So again, this is not helpful in a vanity weight era because you're often not doing things that you're going to do forever. So for some of us, where we're like doing very deep deficits, we're not doing that forever because it is not sustainable for me to lose weight forever. So that comment pisses me off a lot. It really does. It triggers my diet culture vampire, and I want to hiss and lash out when I see that. It pisses me off so much because it's like, no, I will not be losing weight for all eternity because I actually track. I think a lot of people that say that, they don't want to track. Which, again, I think if you want to do a vanity weight era, you need to track. You just do. Sorry. It's a part of it. Anyways. So no, locking in, it is not a bad mindset from a vanity weight perspective. In my opinion, it's not. It makes sense. And it does require willpower because it's a lot. So I'm just saying. Okay. I think that's all I can handle. This wasn't that helpful. I hope that it helped you. I hope that it was some kind of catharsis. I hope it was something. I don't know. Maybe I'm just screaming into the dark. Maybe this is a horrible video and you guys will all hate it. I don't even really care because one day, if you do a vanity weight era, you will understand what I was saying. You will get it. You will get it. You will become a vampire and you will understand. That's all I'm telling you. I will talk to you guys later. Goodbye.